One of the reasons Doctor Who is such an amazing show is its amazing lore. With a huge cast of villains and a huge cast of allies, it's very easy to miss a few people. Especially with the show catering to both new and old fans by regularly refreshing the show so that you can jump in at a later point. But that does mean that when we have various cameos or various returning villains, that we lose a lot of the lore. So I thought I would do a bit of a series going through some of the returning characters and the impact that they have had on the show before their new series impact in order to help newer fans understand the significance of these appearances. It should be notable that I will mostly be going through classic Doctor Who from the TV series, not any of the expanded universe. Our first episode comes from a series 10 episode, Alpha Centauri and the Ice Warriors. Alpha Centauri is heavily linked to the Ice Warriors, having never appeared in an episode that the Ice Warriors haven't been in. So for her cameo to make sense, we must look at them both together, and that starts by looking at the Ice Warrior history. The Ice Warriors have a bit of a tendency of getting frozen or going into hibernation, so pinning down the precise dates is quite hard, but around about 5,000 years ago they were a striving warrior race that originated from Mars. They quite often in their appearances decided to conquer Earth purely because Mars was a dead world when they woke up. They do have a code of honour, but that doesn't stop them from attempting to conquer the Earth several times despite being at a major technological advantage. The Ice Warriors from this era fought the Doctor on multiple occasions, including the 2nd Doctor a couple of times and the 11th Doctor once. A perfect way to illustrate the point of how bad they were in this time is that the 2nd Doctor uses the Ice Warriors in the same breath as Daleks as a cause for why he must interfere in time when on trial to the Time Lords. Also, when a device makes him see his worst enemies, Ice Warriors were included in that. This is the era that Skeldak was from, but we'll return to him later on. This is where the latest episode, Empress of Mars, comes in, with this showing the Ice Warriors as a whole race dealing with the death of Mars and showing a chance of changing for the better, as well as their introduction to Alpha Centauri. Alpha Centauri is a Galactic Federation ambassador. The Galactic Federation are basically a group designed to ensure peaceful relations between many species in the galaxy, with emphasis on cooperation as opposed to competition on trades and policies. Basically like the Federation in Star Trek. They can be called in to settle disputes and also to discuss other planets getting joined into the Federation. This is where the Doctor first meets Alpha Centauri and meets the Ice Warriors again, this time with them all working under the Federation. There's a series of attacks and attempted murders, and the Doctor naturally suspects the Ice Warriors that are there because of his history with them. Through the course of the story, they claim to have forgone their violent ways, seemingly thanks to Alpha Centauri's help, and despite the Doctor's initial suspicions, they are proven innocent. It is notable though that even though the Ice Warriors as a race have become good, as I mentioned earlier, they do have a bit of a habit of getting frozen. As such, there are several instances, such as Skeldak, who appear after the Ice Warriors have become peaceful, but are still in the old ways. Alpha Centauri and the Ice Warriors only made one more appearance in the show, and that was in a direct sequel to their previous one, again set on Peladon. In this one, a splinter group of Ice Warriors are attempting to seize control of a mining operation. However, it is notable that this is just a splinter group, and similar to Skeldak, isn't the Ice Warriors have changed, it is that there is a rogue group. Alpha Centauri is a consistently good character throughout her appearances, though she is often stuck by her rules of the Federation. She feels like a truly good character, an incorruptible one. She was an ally and a friend of the Doctor in all of her appearances, and she often held out the hand of friendship to people that others would not, including the Ice Warriors. Alpha Centauri's appearance in the Empress of Mars does throw a bit of a blip into the timeline, however, the appearance more than makes up for that with what it represents. This is a massive look in the history of the Whoniverse, both classic and new. This episode shows us that when there was cracks in Ice Warriors' evil, it's not just a blip, it's actually the Ice Warriors becoming good. This is the turnaround. The Doctor often argues that you can't just destroy a species because there's always hope for change. This is an argument he uses for Daleks and Cybermen and all sorts of pure evil that are as bad as the Ice Warriors were. There is a chance that they will turn good because of one moment. And here we see one of those precious moments where one of the worst villains of all time becomes a powerful force for peace. I'm assuming it won't be an easy ride, but thanks to Alpha Centauri, we know that This is the turning point in history. If you'd like to see more of Alpha Centauri and the Ice Warriors, I will leave a link in my description, which includes a list of all of their appearances in the show thus far. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, check out my channel and leave a comment down below and let me know who you'd like me to do next. Also subscribe so that you can get the videos when they come out. See you next time.
The Garneto is the best. You will like, comment, and subscribe.